Hello you guys, this is Mr. Thorough Tutorial, and today we're going to be showing you how to locally host a website using WAMP server and NoIP. The goal of this tutorial is for anyone, no matter how inexperienced you are with computers, to be able to use a Windows machine to set up your own website and host it locally, 100% free. So yeah, let's get right into this video. Okay, so the very first thing you want to do is go on Google and look up WAMP server. And the second link right here, sourceforge.net WAMP server download, it'll be in the description if you don't want to search for it. Just click on this and go ahead and download that. And after this is downloaded, you can go ahead and click on it and run this program and exit out of your internet browser. But make sure it's done downloading before you do that. Okay, so we're going to run WAMP server. Yes, English or whatever language you prefer. I accept. And right here, you're going to want to scroll down and go down to right here, Visual C++ packages. In order for WAMP server to run, you have to have all of these Visual C++ packages downloaded. So go ahead and click on each of these links. And click download. And run the program. And continue. I accept everything, install, and I'm not going to actually do this because I've already done all of this, but you guys, all you need to do is just go to every single one of these links and download and install these programs. It should take 5 minutes maximum. And then after you're done with that, and by the way, you do have to do this, otherwise WAMP server will not run. So after you're done installing all of these, and I do mean all of them, 2008, 2010, 12, 13, 15, the 86 and 64 version of both, then you can click next. And you can choose where you would like to install it. I'm going to install it in my server folder that I have, but you can install it wherever you'd like. Need to make a new folder, WAMP64, there we go. Next, install, and wait for it to install. Okay, so after WAMP is installed, you'll see this, and you can either choose to click yes, and then say you have Google Chrome or Firefox downloaded, go find where the application folder is downloaded, and set that to WAMP's default browser, or you can just click no, and it will choose Internet Explorer by default. I would rather have it set as Google Chrome, so I'm going to click yes. And I'm going to go to local disk, and I believe it's under, yes, program files, x86, and Google, Chrome, application, and then right here, click open. And then also it says the same thing for Notepad. Would you like to use the default Notepad that Windows comes with, or do you have a secondary Notepad application that you'd rather use? And I have Atom, and I would highly suggest that you guys download that, but I'm not going to go over that in this tutorial because it's not mandatory. But I'm going to click yes, and I'm going to go to where Atom is installed, which is right here. Okay, there we go. So I selected Atom and open. And we're gonna continue installing. If you just want to make it as easy as possible, just click no on both of those, and it will just use Internet Explorer and your default notepad. Blah blah blah, next, and finish. Exit out of this. Okay, so now WAMP is successfully installed, and if everything went smoothly and you installed all of the files that I was talking about, the C++ applications, everything should have gone smoothly. And you can see down here, if you click on this arrow, actually it didn't start by itself, so we'll click on WAMP, click yes. And then down here, you can see it popped up right here. Turned red and yellow, that's a good sign. And we're going to click Start All Services. And now it turned green. So that means that everything was successfully installed and WAMP is successfully running on your computer. So that's step one. The next thing we're going to do is go down here, hover over this, and click on it. And then go to Apache and click on httpd-vhostconf, which stands for config. And if you don't have Atom downloaded, this will just open in a normal notepad document. And you'll see this. And all you have to do is come down here to where it says allow override all and require local. Change this to require all granted. And go up to File and click Save, and exit out of this. And then we're going to come down here and click on this little arrow, and then click on WAMP, and then restart all services. Okay, so you finished with step one finally. You installed all the C++ packages, and you installed WAMP, and you configured it to access all granted. So the very next step is going to be configuring your router. So pretty much when you're setting up a website, your router is most likely going to be trying to block incoming and outgoing information from your computer for security reasons, so you have to do what's called port forwarding. So in order to figure out how to do this, all you have to do is go down and click on the little Windows icon and type in cmd, and then type in ipconfig and enter. And right here you'll see default gateway. So this is the default gateway for your router. So that's what you're going to type into your URL up here. You can just set this to the side if you don't want to try to remember it, but I know it, so I'm just going to exit out of that and type in 192.168.1.1. Okay, so depending on who your service provider is, this page is going to look different, but for me I have Frontier, So I'm just gonna go here and log in. And also, if you don't have the login information, you don't know what the login information is for your router, it's usually on the router itself. So go find where your router is in your house, and it should say on the back or the side or something the default username and default password. So once you have that, you're just going to enter that. And log in. So it'll look different unless you have Frontier, but there should be something somewhere. Go through all the menus and search for it. Usually it's under Firewall. So I'm going to click Firewall and click Yes. And then go to Port Forwarding. So port forwarding is what you're actually looking for in these menus. Sometimes it's in Firewall, under Firewall. Sometimes it has its own menu. Just look around and you'll eventually find it. Okay, so once you get to port forwarding, you're going to want to find something like this. And you're going to want to select the device you're on. And you'll know that it's the correct device because of the name of the device. But also, you can make sure by looking at the IP address right here. And this is mine. For my computer is 192.168.1.6, and you can find that out by doing the exact same thing we just did. Go into CMD, type ipconfig, and you'll see right here IPv4 address 192.168.1.6. So that is the IP address you're going to want to look for. So once you have that, then you go to Application to Forward and click Custom Ports. And then I like to do this for TCP and UDP, and mine has an option for both, so I just click both and then type in port 80 and add. Okay, so once you've done that, you're just going to click Apply and exit out. Okay, so once that's done and you have port forwarding set up, you're going to want to click your Windows search menu and click Control Panel and click System and Security, and then go to Windows Firewall and then go to Advanced Settings, and then you should see Inbound Rules right here. So you're going to want to click New Rule, Port, and then Next, and then TCP, and just type in 80, click Next, and click Allow the Connection, Next, Name, Website, Finish, and then New Rule again, and same thing, port, but this time select UDP, and type in 80, same thing, next, 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 and website 2, and finish. Okay, so now that you have those rules set in place, and you have your router configured to port forward, everything should allow for information to be passed through port 80. So exit out of that, exit out of that, and now we go into the next step, which is going back onto your browser and typing in no IP. Go to no IP and sign up. Okay, so here you're going to want to enter an email. I'm just going to use a trash email that I made for this video. And make a password. And then this is when you're going to want to decide what you want your URL name to be. This doesn't have to be forever, but you're going to choose what you want it to be at first. So I'm just going to do YouTube test. And you can choose between these 4. I'm going to do .ddns.net and scroll down and click free sign up. So after this, you're going to want to go into your email and confirm the email they sent you and confirm account. Now that your account is active, you can exit out of this. Actually, not quite yet, because first we need to download NoIP. So right here, this link it should have taken you to, it says step 2, download it. So you go to here and download now. And then after it's downloaded, you can run this, click yes, I agree, next, finish, and log into your account. Okay, so after you log into your account, you'll see this, and you just want to check the website that you made, and click Save. And then you can exit out of this, and that's pretty much it. You have a website running on your computer now. We can make sure that everything's working by just going and typing in the URL that you made. Now you may be like, what? I never made an actual website. And you'll see what I mean. We're not quite done yet, but you're also kind of done. Technically, you do have a website up and going at this moment. So YouTube test.ddns.net. And there we go. You can see that YouTube test.ddns.net has our WAMP server running on it. And you can access this from any device. You don't have to be on your computer. You can pull out your phone right now and you could type in this URL and it would bring this up. But this isn't really what we want. We want our own website. So I'm going to show you how to make a very, very, very basic text file website, and then maybe I'll make another tutorial after this that will actually show you how to get into the more advanced stuff and make an entire website where you can post videos or blogs or whatever you feel like doing. But for now, we'll just exit out of this and you'll go into your files and find where you stored WAMP server. So for me, that was under my server drive, and you can see WAMP right here. You click on that, and then click on www, and then right here, this index, that's our website. And this is all of the WAMP server website stuff, and you can just select all of it and delete it. And now we're going to right click and do new and text document, and we're going to call this index.ht. Actually, for now we'll just call it index, and we'll open this up and we'll do hello world. It's kind of tradition for this to be the first thing you say on a website and stuff when you make your first website ever. So I'm just going to type in hello world and then do save as and do index, and then go down here and click on text documents and click all files. All files, there we go. And then do index.html. And that should have saved it as a HTML file. We'll just exit out of this. And it did. So you can see that now we have a HTML file called index. Okay, so now you can see we have an index.html file. And now you can exit out of this and go back to your browser or your phone or wherever you want to open up your website and type in your URL name, which is youtubetest.ddns.net. And as you can see, we have a website going and it says hello world. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this tutorial helped you guys. This is a very fast way to set up a localhost website 100% free on your Windows machine. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.